Hi, hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to make a oven roasted salsa. This is a perfect salsa for on top of tacos. Now I do have a recipe I'm going to be making again tonight, a cauliflower tacos, but if you want to check it out, I'll link it up above. I have the recipe on my channel. We're gonna roast these in the oven. It's a great, easy salsa to make, perfect for summer. Use our blender here to blend everything up so there's not a lot of chopping. Let's get into it. Ingredients, very simple for this oven roasted salsa. Got a pint of cherry tomatoes here. You can use any tomatoes that you wish. I had a lot of cherry tomatoes to use up. These are great, nice and sweet. Already been washed in the bowl. To this, we're gonna add, we've got a yellow onion. Just peel it off, peel the skin off. And once it's peeled, we're gonna add this and we're gonna chop it up and add it into the tomatoes. You don't need to worry about dicing it fine. We're gonna be blending this all together at the end. So just in nice chunks is fine. Now also too, I've got a couple of cloves of garlic. And I'm just gonna give them a bit of a crush just to be able to peel them. So peel the skin off the fresh garlic as well. And we're gonna mix that into our tomatoes here as well. So to get these ready for the oven, once that's peeled, into the bowl. There we go. We're gonna toss in just a little, we're just gonna coat them a little bit with olive oil. Not a lot. I wanna say about a teaspoon. Just enough to coat them. When we roast them off in the oven, it's gonna give them a nice, we're gonna really roast these. So they're almost really gonna be black, but we wanna have the olive oil in there, a bit of flavor. And then just lay that right onto a baking sheet. Now, also too, we are gonna add a couple of squeezed limes to this, but I do actually like to roast these off as well. It's gonna give it a nice kind of caramelized flavor when we squeeze the lime juice. It's quite nice actually. So let's put that on the tray as well. And we're gonna put this into the oven. It's more of a timey, not necessarily a timey, but more of a look of what we're trying to accomplish here. So I've got the oven on broil. So what the broil is, it's the top element of the oven, and I've also moved the rack up to as high as possible. So you want to make sure that the rack is high and the broiler is on high, and then we're going to put that in the oven. Now with the broiler, you are really going to want to watch this. So we'll leave this in the oven. It is going to take a few minutes. But what we'll do is we'll stop here and I'll keep an eye on things and then we'll be right back. Okay, we're back. The salsa vegetables have been in the broiler for about 5 minutes. So let's just take them out, have a look and see what they're looking like here. There we go. So they are starting to turn a little bit colored and brown. I'm gonna give them a little shake, but not ready yet. So we'll turn them around, put them back in the oven. We'll check them again in about 5 minutes. Okay, our tomatoes and onions have been in the oven for about 10 minutes now. They are roasted quite nicely, so we'll take them out and we'll take a look. There we go. So just take them out. They are gonna, the onions are gonna turn a little bit, they're gonna be black basically, and even some of the edges of the tomatoes. That's what we want. We want a nice color on this, so we'll place it on the counter. Just got a towel under here so it doesn't burn the countertop. We're going to let this cool off and then we'll finish off the recipe. So we'll be right back. All right, there we are. All the ingredients have cooled off enough to the touch. So our next step now is to get this all blended up and make it into a salsa. So I've got my handy little KitchenAid chopper here. This is the perfect size for making fresh salsa. I've got it on the chop setting, basically all ready to go. We're gonna wanna put everything into the chopper, except don't put the limes in. just all the other ingredients. So it's easier just to kind of scoop this with a spatula and get all that into the blender. There we are. Make sure you get all the pieces. Now, to spice this up a little bit, I'm gonna add in I've got one habanero. Now, if you don't like the spice, you can definitely leave out the peppers, but the habanero is great, nice kick to it. You could also use a jalapeno if you want something a little bit milder. Do a jalapeno pepper in there as well. And then we've got some fresh cilantro we'll put on top there. Then all we really want to do is get this blended up. I find it works best just to you don't want to puree this. We don't want it really smooth. We want to still kind of keep it a bit chunky. So just do it in little bursts would be the best way to describe it. To leave it a little bit chunky. Sometimes you have to just give it a bit of a stir so all the cilantro can get mixed in there. Let's just give it one more quick little buzz and then we'll season it up. There we are. So for seasoning, I just like to put a little bit of fresh cracked pepper and a little touch of cumin. Just a few little sprinkles. You can omit this too if you don't like the taste of cumin. Give it one quick little buzz, and that is our salsa is ready to go. This is going to be great on fish tacos. Get some lime on top there. Let the lime at the end. Basically, we're going to transfer this into a bowl and just let it sit. There we are. All right, so that's our salsa done. Lime squeezed on top there. Let's just add this to the bowl. Use a spatula to get all the pieces off. There we go. And the reason I added the lime at the very end, I'm just gonna stir it in, because I find if you put too much liquid in with the blender, it makes the salsa, it's gonna be very pureed. So it's gonna be just like it's gonna look like a smoothie. We wanna have it somewhat chunky. So there we go. Fire-Roasted Tomato Salsa. Perfect for cauliflower tacos. Again, you can check that recipe. I'll link it up above and I'll also link it in the description below. Thanks so much for watching. I'm going to get everything tidied up here and I hope you enjoyed the recipe. If you did have any questions, by all means, just leave me a comment. I'll get back to you and answer your questions on this recipe. If you did want to see a certain recipe prepared on my channel, leave me a comment as well. Let me know if there's something that you wanted to see. Thanks for watching. And don't forget, I do go live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So be sure to subscribe to the channel and hopefully you can catch me on a live stream. Thanks so much. And until my next video, you can check out these ones.